What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. Happy Easter. Hope all are well and hope all are in good spirits. So I finally got the leaning post installed. I installed it actually last week, and I wanted to do a step-by-step. I know some of you guys were wanting to see this. You guys asked me to post some pictures and do a video. Well, I tried, but the footage got corrupted, so that's not going to happen. But it's installed now. So I was going to show you guys what I did, kind of give you guys some pointers, and hopefully it will help you to do your install if you guys choose. So you guys stay tuned. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so here it is, all installed, looking awesome. It wasn't that bad to install. I actually installed it by myself. My wife did help me there towards the end, just to kind of help me set it in place. But I had the seat. The colors match the factory Key West seats. The backrest comes off. It's got the rod holders, the drink holders. Underneath the leaning post can hold a 65 Yeti or a 65 Arctic, no problem. We've already tried that. It does work. Has a little tray here to put whatever you want in it, little metal tray. I'm gonna put the link where I got this from. Mike at Elevation Marine built this for me. Did a awesome job. I couldn't ask for a better job. I mean, the welds, everything, man, are just, they're phenomenal. I mean, the guy does quality work. The footrest folds down. I like this so much better than the flip-flop cooler seat. The flip-flop cooler seat just is too short when you're driving. You can't see over the console. And I'm a tall guy. I mean, I'm 6'2", and even when I would sit down on it, you know, couldn't see over hardly any over the console to be able to drive the boat. So the only time the cooler seat was nice is when you were just sitting in the back of the boat and drift fishing or fishing off the bottom. You could flip that back. That was the only time that I enjoyed the cooler seat. Had I known it would have been an option from Key West to have a leaning post done when I ordered my boat, I would have went with the factory one, but I didn't know that it was an option, so I had this one done custom, and I love it. Mike, he killed it. I mean, it matches the factory Key West seats perfectly. So let me show you guys what I did and what I used to install it. Y'all hold tight. Alright, since I didn't get to do the how-to, let me kind of go over what I did to install this thing. Well, first and foremost, you have to remove the existing cooler seat. I got super lucky. All my screws came out. I don't know if it's because my boat was newer, they hadn't sat there long enough, but I was able to back out every one of my screws without any issues. They do use I believe it's like a toggle bolt system underneath. I could be totally wrong on that, but that's kind of what the screws look like. They were machine screws, and I'm thinking that's kind of what was going on there. But the biggest thing that I have talked to some of the guys on the Key West forum, they were having problems with theirs coming out, and some people had to cut them off. I got lucky, mine come out. Also, some people said that they thought that they had 5200 or 4200 or something run down the base of the leg on the cooler seat. I did not have that, so I got lucky, and I'm fortunate of that, because mine come out with no hiccups. You know, a lot of people say that's the hardest part of the install was the cooler seat removal, but I found it not to be that bad at all. Mine come right out. Like I said, my boat's a 2018. I haven't had it, you know, that long, so I might have got lucky. For you guys that have older Key West, just know that you may have to cut the screws to get it out, and you may have some silicone or something holding the legs that run, you know, the bars that run down the cooler seat. You may have some silicone on that you may have to deal with. I was fortunate enough and didn't have to deal with that. So when I went to install this, basically I taped the area off really good where I wanted. You know, I took some 3M tape, blue, just regular old blue Scotch tape, you know, made me a template. I measured and measured. I can't tell you how many times I measured to make sure I got it perfect. I believe mine, if I remember, because I did this last week, if I remember right, mine from here to here is 17 inches, which was ideal for me to be able to drive the boat from a sitting position as well as standing up and be able to lean against it. It's about perfect for me and my height. What else? So, and I cleaned this area really good with acetone, you know, because you want the adhesive to be able to stick that comes with the kit. Like I said, I taped everything off. I cleaned the area really well, got it all like I wanted it, where I felt good about it, you know. And you want to tape this all off here, you know, and keep the tape super tight, because the reason being, when you put the 5200 in there, you're gonna have, when you go to sit the leaning post down, you're gonna have some basically the silicone's gonna mush out, and it goes on the tape instead of all over your deck. So that will help you. It's a little tip. I had some guys, big shout out to John. John's one of the members on the Key West forum. I basically copied his design as far as this goes right here, the color combination, everything. I seen his and I was like, man, I got to have that. But he gave me a lot of pointers. You know, he installed his himself as well. So he gave me some pointers, so I copied a lot of his ideas. So I'm just passing all that info on to you guys. But like I said, tape this, make sure it's really tight, because you're going to have some over, you know, the 3M, the 5200 is going to spew it on tape, and it just makes things a lot easier to clean up. But prep that area really well with you know, acetone, just to make sure the adhesive sticks really good. I mean, you can tell. I mean, this thing is solid, dude. It ain't going nowhere. The kit that Mike sells with his, that you can get as an option, it comes with the 3M 5200. This stuff is, I mean, anybody that's used this, you guys know that this stuff's no joke. I had made some comments on there, and I know some of you guys were saying to possibly use 4200. I thought about that, but you know, I never plan to move this thing, so I wanted this to be permanent. I didn't want it to ever come up, so 5200 worked for me. Also, the kit comes with a 5 and 32 seconds bit that's perfect for the number 12 stainless screws that you're getting with the kit. You're going to have to pre-drill your holes. One little tech tip on this is, when you go to drill your holes in your gel coat, run it in reverse until you get through the gel coat, and once you get through the gel coat, then put it back and forward. This just keeps the bit from biting too hard and chipping and breaking your gel coat. Another important thing to use is a countersink bit. I actually used a Ryobi one. I bought this. It's the 1/2 inch. A 3/8 one would have been perfect, but I couldn't find one. I think this was like $9 at Home Depot. It wasn't very expensive. But after you pre-drill your holes and you countersink everything with this is the countersink bit that you're going to use to open up them holes. And what this is going to do is keep your gel coat from cracking, splintering. You know, gives the screws some room to move if it has to, and just keeps everything from later on. You don't want to have cracks and spider cracks, so use this will help you a bunch. I also use this right here. It's just a syringe. I hope you guys can see this. I actually cut the tip off, because what I did to seal the existing cooler mount seats, there was 4, basically there's a hole here, and on the same side, same thing. So I wanted to seal that. So what I actually bought was Marine Tex, just a white Marine Tex. It's an epoxy, 2-part epoxy. I mixed everything up on that, and what I did is I filled this syringe with it and pushed this down into it to get the 5200 to get down. I mean, not 5200, excuse me, the Marine Tex down into the hole, so I could seal that up real good, because I didn't want to have any problems with it, you know, water ever getting in there, any intrusion or whatever. And also, when I went to put the legs down, I also put 5200 over those holes too, just for, you know, just an added security benefit. But when you go to put the screws in, like I said, you'll have everything taped off when you get your measurements. When you get this thing exactly how you want it, tape everything off. Like I said, tape it really tight, set it in place, and then put your screws in. Make sure that you bed the holes, that your screw holes. Go ahead and put some 5200 in them, in there in the holes to bed the screws. You don't ever want them to back out. So just do that. You shouldn't have any issues. But the install went really well. I pretty much did everything myself. My wife did help me when it came time. We wanted to sit it just straight down, and this thing wasn't that heavy, but we wanted to just sit it straight down. And with the tape, I had a template and had everything lined up, so it worked really good. Also, before you do any drilling on your boat, I actually contact Tom Marlowe with Key West. He's the plant director up there, just to make sure. I didn't want to hit any plumbing. You know, I didn't want to hit no gas tank, obviously, you know, any wiring or anything. So when I contacted him, he told me that, you know, this is pretty much the same way that Key West does it from the factory, and I should be good, no issues. With this being 36 inches, I actually fell right on the stringer. So this worked really well for my setup. I'm extremely happy with it. I mean, you can move the whole boat. It's pretty sturdy. So little footrest goes down. So guys, I hope this helps. If you have any questions, if you need any advice or anything, just don't hesitate to drop it in the comment box. I'll answer any questions that I can to help you guys out, because I got a lot of help. Again, big shout out to John. I really appreciate all the help, man. You made this super easy for me. But guys, this is not a big deal. It's very easy. It's nothing that is extremely hard to tackle. You know, just take your time, do the bits the way I said, and you will have zero issues. I mean, everything should go really well. So for you guys that are wanting to do this, I mean, here it is. I think you'll like it a lot better. I know I do. It's so much better now to be able to stand up and be able to lean against something and, you know, sit down and be high enough up to where I can see what I'm doing. So I hope this helps, guys. And if you're thinking about doing it, I'll drop all the links in the description below to where you can purchase one of these yourself. Tell Mike I sent you. I told him I'd send him some business, because I'm sure some of you guys are going to want this. So just to help him out, he's a cool guy, man. Very good work. So all right, guys, until the next one, tight lines, fellas.